Go Leihlo la Sechaba nna lebitso la ka ke nna Lethabo le Joy la ga Mathato. Borakgwebo potlana bao ba agilego mengwako ya di RDP ka Painville ka Springs ba latofatša mmušo ka go se ba lefe mašeleng a mengwako ye ba agilego ka 2004. E šetše ile mengwaga e lesomešupa bjale gomme ga ba sana kholofelo ya go humana tefo tša bona. Good evening. We investigate non-payments for SMMEs who build RDP houses.
Bagwebi potlana ba ba agileng a mangwe a matlo ano mo Painville ba re le go fitlha ga jana puso ga ise ba duele madi a saletseng kwa morago. E setse e le dingwaga di le 17 ntse ba ya kwa godimo le kwa tlase ba batla madi ao fela ga go nko e tswang le mina.
Except the colleague to pass away, one of my colleagues was even suicidal.
I lost my mom in the process. I lost the house that I grew up in. I lost everything.
When I a period of 3 years, you can claim a child.
No Monday Maziboko a kile a bitsa lefelo leno le gae ke ngwana a le esi fela wa ga Joyce Maziboko o go lelafa ka boitumelo le lerato o bona ntlo eno gape morago ga dingwaga di le 3 o ile a pelesediwa fa gabo morago ga gore magwe a ikele badimong.
That time Situta, it was after the passing of Uma, because Tina, we didn't have the deal Meganayo with the person, the owner of the house. We couldn't continue on something we didn't know. So Guamele Veles Pum. So Sapuma Leon Leyo, they give us a notice so good after Singwabuma Meles Pume, then we respect that notice and we sapagin toze to then sapum.
Magwe no monde o na dimile mari gore a kgone go aga matlo a di RDP mo Painville. Maikemisetso ne le gore e tla re puso e ba duela a busi madi a adimileng ao. Morago ga dingwaga di le 17 madi ao ga isi a tswe.
What I know was Bambisa ngayo for a project that she was doing at Painville. Mega kizindlu lapho hoping ukuthi meba bhadala uzo bhadala back I debt bese indlu ibuya kuya. Unfortunately that did not happen.
Mongwa lefelo yo mosha o ile a molaela gore a duele kgwedi le kgwedi go dula mo lefelong leo ka ene setse ile mothapi e seng mongwa lefelo.
Baqala bamnikeza ama letter eviction ukuthi mela bhadale or else indlu umnikazi uzoyithengisa like izinto ezinjalo. So because manganandawo yokungaya, so she was every month she always tried ukuthi abhadale that amount that was needed.
Joyce Maziboko o ne ana le ba bang ba baagi ba le bona ga jana ba santse ba ipotsa gore goreng puso e sa ba duele le tiro e ba e dirileng. A le gule ke o mongwe wa baagi bao.
A lot of bad things happened. First, we were harassed by our own employees because we were struggling to pay them. Because we used to pay them from the money that was coming from the department. Secondly, personally, our homes were in disarray manje because we invested a lot of time and money. Besnama troubles. And except the colleague to pass away, one of my colleagues was even suicidal.
No monde tota le regule ba belaela gore lesola ga mme Joyce Maziboko le tlhodilwe ke go pallwa go duela madi a neng a motshwanetse jaaka a dirile tiro.
My colleagues wake, people who she was working with, kule case, that's what they told me. Uguti she fainted outside the court after ezwa uguti they can't continue with the case because abana mali eqwetha.
At one stage, one of my former colleague collapsed outside the court because we could not continue with the case, and she never recovered thereafter. Wakula kakhulu after a collapse ngale ndaba le, and then eventually she passed away.
After bamfakela ama eviction notice, she never got well. Like mazange right after that, because indlu le wayiqala yena wazakhela yona and everything. So after that nje impilo yakhe azange isaba right. Indaba kama it's a sore point because usebenze impilo yakhe yonke ukuthi ngibe nekusasa eli bright, wasebenza, and at the end into mekazisebenzele zonke was taken away mekaceda ukushona because of ama project mekawathembile ukuthi azomenzela imali and azonginikeza a brighter future, but it didn't.
She left her only daughter as a homeless because of the government.
It's very, very painful ukuthi I had to go back there. Ngibona amandla kamamami just fading away, and like it's kubhlungu kakhulu.
Gule a re le go fitla ga jana ba santse bana le disuga tse ba tshwanetseng ba di duele. Seno se ba fetotse dira tsa bagwebi ba baneng ba ba thusa ka dilwana tsa go aga.
Asibanga nemali in hard cash to finish the project, to sustain the project. Then we went to the guy ebesithenga kuye immaterial for other local RDPs. We've got this project that we must finish, but we don't have money. Can you give us materials in credit? Tina, what we'll do, we'll pay the employees, but immaterial sizoithola kuwo. So two local builders supplies basinikeza.
Morago ga dingwaga di le 3 ke gone Nomonde a boelang fa neng e le gae la gagwe. A re maikutlo le seemo sa neng a le mo go sona di ne di sa moletle go boela fa.
Isesebhlungu ukuthi umama is not here, not because mhlambe mekuyintando, but because ngagula. I'm thinking meyangasho, but megaphethe depression. I don't know, ziningi izinto mezimphethe because angeke uwakhe indlu bese ekugcineni you cannot call it your own. Into isebenzela isikhathi eside.
Tota le mo mabitleng go montse ile nako gopola le go bona gore mmagwe o laditswe kae. A re o ne a sa kgone go amogela gore ka nnete mmagwe o balelwa gareng ga ba ba re tlogetseng.
Not coming here was not ukuthi I didn't want to, but I was not ready because ukushona kwakhe kwangizuma kakhulu. I feel like she was taken away from me something.
Contractors they suffer differently. There's out of 5 contractors, there's only 3 of us left now, and no one is doing any business whatsoever. We had to go and look for jobs. People who employed initially, they had to go and look for jobs. We don't know what happened to some of them. But can you imagine if the government pay us in time? When collectively we employed then 48 breadwinners, how many people would be in employment today?
Gule o belela gore ba rakana le mathata a go sa duelwe tiro e ba e dirileng ka ntlha gore ebile ene segolo o ganne go ntsha tjotjo.
There was indication that the guy who was in charge of paying us needed something, cold drink. I did not want to hear that story because izindlu sizakhile. I said, why must we give that guy cold drink, which is a bribe in simple terms? I said, no, we're not asking for a favor. We're not paying any bribe. We're not paying any cold drink. So I oppose some of my colleagues. But if you ask me today, I think that was the biggest mistake in IANS. So the relationship amongst ourselves started to be sour because I thought I was doing the right thing. By giving the guy a cold drink, we're promoting corruption. Why must we promote corruption?
a re ga itse gore mathata ke eng ka gore ba latetse melawana yotlhe e maleba pele ba ka bona tiro eo.
They invited contractors. Safia on site, followed all the logistic administration job. But guys, go to Pretoria, present paperwork on scratch. Then they requested us to build 4 show houses. You must have seen on site Leihlo as fun. Then we built 4 show houses abantu so that babe ne choice indla abayikhethayo.
Ebile ba dira tiro ya go aga gona go sa tlhokege pipa molomo gore ba bone tiro eo ya go aga di RDP.
Before then, we were involved in construction of RDPs locally. It's not that was not our first job. That's how it was easy for them to source us from municipality.
A re puso ebile e tseile nako go ba itsisi mo baaging ba Painville.
The entire community of the beneficiaries were called. We were introduced ukuthi Sechaba main contractor because of my financial problems. Why? Here are the new contractors. People accepted us. People went and see our show houses. Abantu bakhetha basahlala kizo nabantu namanje.
Gule a re go ile ga nna le mathata fa puso e ba bolella gore ka maswabi go na le madi a latlhegileng mo lefapheng.
Halfway we were paid. Kwase ukuthi ke i-project ingakapheli satshelwa ukuthi khona imali elahleke ngaphakathi ku department babekisa imali engango 4.2 million rand eyayilahlekile. But ngoba thina singabakhi singaphandle angeke sazi into eyenzakale officeini what happened. Sasi siyacelwa ke i-department in short ukuthi can you guys continue with sustaining the project from your own pocket? When the problem is resolved, then sizophinde sinikhokhele. But mase sicedile ukwakha lezo zindlo kwatshintsha story ukuthi by the way Nina, you are not the initial main contract yalakhaya. I-main contractor zange sayithola thina. It's a guy who was paid upfront but azange akha izindlo and the guy declared ukuthi seka bankrupt.
Leihlo la Sechaba le ile la tseela kgang eno kwa babueleding ba setheo se se bidiwang the Legal Aid South Africa. Gongwe re ne re ka bona maele a maleba.
Legal Aid South Africa re di lawyera tša go thuša batho bao ba tlhokang le bao e le goreng ba ba bitša di vulnerable groups bao ke ba digole batsofe basadi bana bjalo bjalo.
Phitlhela a re fa motho a dirile tiro ka mokgwa o tshwanetseng ebile go na le tumelano ya dituelo tsa tiro eo gone go tshwanetse go nne fela jalo.
If e le goreng o na le kontraka le mmušo ene le kwane ka taba tša go patelana ene wena o dirile ka mokgwa e le goreng o tshwantse o dire ka gona go ya ka kontraka yeo ene mmušo a wa go patela, then o na le tokelo ya go tšea mmušo o iše kgorong ya tsheko gore bo go patele o claima tšhelete tšeo tša gago. O na le 3 years wa ka molao goreng o tshwantse o tšee magato.
Besiloko siyilwa meetings after meetings, marathons of meetings, until 2007 after their verification committee ba appointa an independent forensic commission. So we are all individually interviewed and interrogated ukuthi are we implicated endabeni yemali na? So fortunately for us we exonerated. Akekho wethu wathinteka lapho.
Unfortunately, go na le molao mongwe re o bitša Prescription Act. Wa ka molao o ge motho a go kolota tšhelete go ba se seng go tshwana le gona ka mokgwano because o dirile mmereko now they must pay you. O na le period ya 3 years e le gore you can claim tšhelete eo. O e claima ra goreng go feleletša o ba išitše court wa ntšha disamone gore di ba bitše court. Because prescription eo ke period e le goreng ka yona o tshwantse o tšea magato e ka no ba sekoloto sa mohuta mang kapa mang mara o na le lebaka la 3 years le lo reng o tshwantse o tšee magato.
fela ga gore kgetsi e ka se tlhole e batlisisiwa le go tseelwa gape kwa kgotlatshekelo. Phitlhela a re fa fela go na le bopaki jo bo bontshang gore mo gare ga dingwaga di le 3 puso e kile ya amogela gore e tla duela baagi bao.
Molao wa prescription ona ga lo ntšwe gona ka monageng, so if o sa tšea magato within 3 years then e ra gore ga o sana claim yawa e ba re it's unenforceable, o ka sa kgona go iša pele ga kgoro. Re go romela lengwalo motho o la dumela molato e extenda the period la 3 years.
In March 2008, for the first time, they issued a written commitment that says they are going to pay soon.
Regule a re ba kile ba tsaya magato go leka go bona madi a bone. Ba tswale ko dikantorong tsa mosireletsi wa Sechaba, dikatlanegiso tsa gagwe e kete lefapha la puso le di kgapela kwa thoko.
Let me read the title. Saqhubeka ke thina siloko sibanama meetings nabo until 2012 we decided to involve a public protector. Then it was Advocate Thuli Madonsela. Office le Public Protector lazenzela yayo investigation. Then they had a history. Then they went on site, ba-checker, babona abantu, ba-interview ama-beneficiaries. Beneficiaries abantu abahlala lapha bayasazi. Yes, these are the guys abasakhele izindlu. Then the verdict a public protector, what you know, you must pay these people. Still they have not done that.
A re tota le dikantoro tsa ga presidente go tloga fela ka Rembeki di itse kgetsi ya bone ba leka go bona tharabololo.
Our case is known in the presidency. 4 different presidents have dealt with our cases. It was Thabo Mbeki, it was Montlante, it was President Zuma. Now, the office of Cyril Ramaphosa, we've got communication that we can show you. They know about our case. But knowing the case and resolving the case are 2 different things.
Totale no monde a re o bona go le matshwanedi gore le ene a role ditlhako a tlhabane ntwa e mmagwe a kileng a elwana le fa ane a santse a le monnye ka nako eo.
As I'm doing right now, ukuthi I finish what she started because indaba imali okuyilwela rightful so dala ayiqalile. So she's not longer here. I'm left here. Ukuthi mina continue this fight she was fighting because le mali amekayilwela mekwe yakhe uyisebenzele.
A re sa botlhokwa mo gene ke go ruta bana ba gagwe ba le babedi semelo sa bone le gore ba itse gore ba tswa kae.
I wish ukuthi ilegacy yakhe iqhubeke for mina. Ukuthi imali le mekayilwele noma isebenzele for isikhathi eside noma mekayilwela isikhathi eside ayithole. Itholakale ukuze into mekazisebenzela zingafeleli but zibe khona nabazukulu bakhe bakhule bazi ukuthi kagogo kuphi ekhaya kuphi. So my biggest wish is that ukuthi ngikhone ukuthola indlu back ukuze ngikhone ukuthi noma abazukulu nabazukulwane bazi ihistory yethu. Ngiyafisa ukuthi kwenzeke ukuthi itholakale this money because it's been 17 years. Imali ayikakatholakali. I lost my mom in the process. I lost the house that I grew up in. I lost everything because megashona impilo yami iyaphenduka like yavutha nje. So I wish ukuthi ngikhona ukurebuild those pieces of my life ukuthi nje first thing ngithole indlu yasekhaya back.
Ka ntlha fa go twe madi a ile a nyelela Gule a re go dirilwe dipatlisiso fela ga go ope o boela mo go bone bonnyane go ba lotlegela gore a ke ka ba bonwa molato mo go timeleng ga madi ao mo lefapheng kgotsa jang.
SIU has investigated this story up to now 4 times, but they never came up ne-conclusion ethi must we be paid or not. Both i-forensic investigation, i-commission ne-public protector bathi kufanele sibhadale, azange sabhadaleko.
And tše dintšhi di na le nto ba re ke retention, security retention, mo e le goreng for mmereko o diileng for lebaka le itseng maybe ka no ba 5 years gore bjalo gore o ka thoma bjale maboto a thoma go cracker gore di-pipe tša phulega go ba eng gore e fele gore mmereko wa gago up to standard. That money ke yone e šomišwang gore ba tla ba kgone go dia di-repairs and so on and so forth.
It's not about ukuthi izindlu zethu are cracking, are falling apart. We build up to the spec, up to the scratch. Izindlu zakhiwe kahle, the beneficiaries are happy. I-issue yabo manje sebathi nonina maybe you are subcontractors of the main contract. But if that is their argument, why initially were being paid?
A re tota le baagi ba fa ba tsentswe ke puso mo matlong ao.
Lezindlu abantu abahleli lapha abasibo abantu bethu, abantu abeze ne-department, i-government yafaka abantu. That is i-quagmire thina i-stalemate silapho. It's either you pay us imali yethu for work izindlu enizaziyo which you were doing initially, or nisinikeza izindlu zethu back.
Go na le nto nngwe ka molao re e bitša a lien or a lien. Ge o agile ntlo or ile ka ba in private or kae, ge o agile ntlo wena as motho a agile ntlo ele o na le right ya go retaina or ko nkare go dieng go gogela morago handover goba go dumella motho la gore a tsene ka kwa ntlong kore until o patelwa o sa na le tokelo ya goreng o sa le wena o na le maikarabelo a ona moago.
Phitlhela a re go ka tswa go na le tshepo gongwe kgetsi e ka tsosoloswa sešwa ko kgotlatshekelo.
Molato a se o bole as long as o fitlhile pele ga kgoro mo e le goreng sephetho a sa nka sa tšeiwa sa gore no molato o fedile o fela ka mokgwa o itseng, molato o sa le gona. So se se nyakegang fela ko goreng bona ba ka no kgona go tsošološa go tla a o kere go dependa le goreng ge ba re ba o tlogetše tseleng ba o tlogetše ka baka la gore motlho mongwe kgoro e rile no a lena case goba ya ba taba tša gore no lawyera e rile no nna ka baka la gore a ba sa kgona go mpatela.
O eletsa rre Gulele ba dire ka ene gore ba ikopantshe le bone ba leke go refosanya kitso.
Go botlhokwa goreng ba tle ba tlo kgona go kry-a thušo, re tla e lebelela ka mahlakoreng a moka case e bjalo, and then re tla kgona go ba fa tsela le lesedi la goreng ge e sa kgonege ga e kgonege, ge e bane ya kgonega le gona e tla be e kgonega. Mara for now se se beng gona gore the biggest hurdle e ba tlo ba e facea ke yane ya goreng they must have done something ka 3 years here.
ke ka fa o re fitlhile mafelong a lenaneo la rena bošegong ba lekgone e ba le rena gape bekeng e latelago mošupologo seripagare go tšwa go iri ya seswai gona mo go SABC 2 gopola gabotse gore o ka romela email go leihlo la setšhaba @sabc.co.za goba o ka romela fax go 086-613-1227. rena gape le letlakala la Facebook mo e le gore o ka boledišana le rena gona. gopola mananeo wa rena ka moka o kgona go humana go YouTube. go kwa ka lenaneo le latelago theeletša Lesedi FM, Thobela FM le Motsweding FM mošupologo o mongwe le o mongwe mesong. E ka mananeo a mangwe a latelago gona mo SABC 2 ba re motho wa gabo ga laele.